Hi everyone, I'm John Dennis.
And I'm Ruth Brown.
And we're now going to do the week 4 recap of Lindy Hop 3 in January 2014 here in Richmond, Virginia. We're doing the RTSB routine, which is adapted from the Darktown Starters Ball routine by Max and Pamela. Alright, so we picked up, last week we learned some jazz steps that got us into a send out. Okay, so we picked up from the send out. This is a kind of a gap between what we worked on last week and what we worked on the previous weeks. This is what we filled in that gap this week. Okay, so we'll go through the steps kind of slowly. What we had was rock, triple, triple. So we have our send out. We talked about the importance of the offset, that my shoulder should be, or my sternum at Ruth's shoulder at my sternum. Now we're going to do a move called a sugar push. We'll work on this more next week, but the basic idea is that I'm going to lead Ruth towards me on 1. So from the send out, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And my goal here, if we line this up, is I want us to be in the offset when Ruth comes in, and when she goes out, she should go straight out. She shouldn't drift over this way. So we'll see it from the send out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Very, very nice. And now you see she's still in a really danceable position. We talked a little bit about the hands, how important it is that I allow Ruth's wrist to be straight. We had a little bit of this business going on. That is no bueno. Let the follower's wrist be straight, it protects them. And so then she's going to push her knuckles into your palm. I personally keep my hands inside Ruth's hands when I'm dancing. I don't get into this business because it's really unnecessary. So I just do, what I was going to do is sugar pushes. Each from this angle, 3 and 4, 5, and 6, 1, 3, 5, 6. So you can see that I'm keeping her wrist straight. Also, I am breaking my frame a little bit so that she doesn't have to break her frame a whole lot. And because the offset doesn't get too weird in here versus this, that would be weird. Okay, so that was that. So we had the send out, sugar push, then we do an underarm with a break. Now I'm going to adjust the way that, this is a little change actually from the way we taught it in class, but we're going to make this adjustment next week too. So we have our send out, rock, triple, triple, and then we have our sugar push, triple, triple. We're going to have rock, step, triple, step, break. That break will be on the 7 in the music, and we're going to hold 8, so it'll be break, hold. That's what it's going to be. So we land 7, hold 8. Okay, now, when we land, I need to land with my feet together and my weight on my right foot because I'm going to be doing reverse Suzy Q's in a moment. And Ruth, how do you need to land?
So follows, we need to land in our kind of like swivel position, and we need to make sure that our weight is on our left foot.
Oh yeah, I'm on my right foot. I think I said left.
Yeah, that piece is really important.
Yeah, I'm on my right.
You land in such a way that your weight is clearly on your left foot.
Yeah, and that's going to set her up for the actually very clean and simple switches that we're going to do. So if the audience is here, the send out will happen that way. So it'll be like this. Well, we can make you the audience, why not? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the send out happens on 7. That's why we're off the music. So we have 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7. Okay, good. Now here we are. 7, hold 8. When we hold, we want to have a little pulse, so we don't want to just freeze. Okay, now what's going to happen is we're going to make a quarter turn. So at the end of this, we will both be open to the audience. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we get to this position. So we talked about how in class we want to be far away from each other so that the circle, the circle that we're on has a nice wide, has a big circumference. Basically we want to be as far away as we can be without being overstretched. That will allow us to rotate more slowly. We talked about the importance of small steps and making clear weight changes. Okay, so let's try that again from the broken position here. If this is 7, 8, then you'll see I'm just going step, 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 and so is Ruth.
Yeah,
but we're stylizing it. So I'm doing reverse Suzy Q's.
Step, 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 step.
Yeah.
So I'm doing, all I'm doing is, So I'm on my, for falls I'm on my left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah. Yeah, so try to do it very small now so that they can see the quarter turn. It's
Okay.
only a quarter turn.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. So even though it's smaller,
That's it.
even though like the footwork is smaller, you want to make sure that you're still taking clearly defined steps. I think it can be easy to somehow think that because it's smaller and this foot, the footwork is smaller, that you can just kind of shush it around. But it's still just as important to really make sure that you're left, right, left.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in place, so just do a very small rotation, but still dance big with your body. The steps are small.
The arms out there.
Good. Then we got to this last move, which leads us into Charleston. There were a bunch of points that we talked about here. I'm going to lead Ruth towards me on one, and what's going to happen is I'm going to step on every beat, and because Ruth is taking her time to, maybe you can talk about the follower points, but let's see. Thanks. And my hanky for sanitation purposes. Okay, so here we go. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, and over into Charleston. So that's that connects up to the inside kicks.
Yeah. So tips for follows is to just like relax and take your time with this. It's also my footwork is also just stepping around.
And it can be a bit of choreography, but really this is totally leadable if the follower is just patient and the lead is clear. I lead her to come straight at me, and she trusts that I'm going to get out of her way. So you see Ruth doesn't introduce any kind of rotational energy into this. I lead her straight towards me, and she believes me. So if we go like this, you will see that Ruth is going to step straight ahead, even though that's where I currently am, because she believes from my lead that that's what I wanted. Bap. So you see she went straight forward. Can you show going around me because you don't believe me?
Yeah.
Yes, that's not what we want. Then we're going to have rotational energy that won't help us. So we have our step, and then we have a second step. Ruth is just going to keep stepping forward. I'm going to get her hand. So now you see we have a nice stretch because she's quite far away from me actually from this angle. Step, step. See how we have a stretch right here? Now it's quite easy to just, instead of allowing Ruth to rock step, just turn her into step and hold here. Step, hold here, into the Charleston. Okay, so all together in real time it looks like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. See how it's nice and bouncy because we both took our time? So it's totally leadable. Just FYI, you can do this in 4 beats too. If you're dancing to a slower song, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, baby, I hit you again. You can do it in 4 beats like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, rock, step. So that's another option for slower music. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's just show it to you all in one go, and then we'll be done. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. And then that links up with what we've already done. So that was it. Good job. By the way, this class was taught with me by Cindy Bernstein Miller. Ruth is filling in for the recap because we're at our house now on Saturday, so that's what's going on. We'll see you next month. For the rest, we're going to keep working on the routine. It may in fact take 3 months to this routine. We've now done 30 seconds of a 90-second routine, but it's getting really good, and the moves that we're learning are extremely interesting. So that's it. See ya.